So, let's take off. No one notices that Shadow's not around anymore. Yep. Oh crap. I find it kind of funny that Terra can fly, but you know, you still need an airship. But I guess you can't carry the whole party. Oh, there she goes. Mommy? I think those are the kids from the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. So yeah, with the Warring Triad, all the magic and all the espers are pretty much going... Kapoop. So I'm guessing all the espers actually that lived in the land of the espers... Well, I guess that's all gone now. I guess they were all caught in the first place. But any of the espers that have survived are probably gone now. They've probably disappeared. This is also actually a pretty long ending for compared to the last game. I think she fell to her... Oh no, there she is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Terra ever gets married or anything. Yay, pixelated fun. But anyways, that is the end. Sorry about that. But that is the end of Final Fantasy VI. All is done. The world is looking much brighter now. Look at all those fluffy clouds of happiness. Everyone's happy. The world goes back to happy land. Yeah, wow. So that was the end. Really good game. They really packed a lot into it for the NES. Really good story as well. I'm not a huge fan of the... Like, I really liked the game from the beginning up to just before the World of Ruin. Kinda once it goes into the World of Ruin, I'm not as much of a fan of that. Because it's... A lot of it's more side questy and you're not required to do it, and it doesn't feel as fun as the first part of the first half of the game. But to be honest, a lot of the games are like that. In fact, most games are like that. Not just Final Fantasy, a lot of games are like that, where there's a ship. Hi ship, hi ship. A lot of games I find are like that, where the beginning's really, really good, and then I kind of lose interest towards the end. It's not that so much I lose interest, it's just that they have a lot going that they don't keep going. Like, the whole splitting of the parties up and stuff, they don't do that enough in this game, which is unfortunate. And they don't continue it in the series, which really sucks. That's actually really nice. That's a nice little effect they got going on there. But yeah, it's just kind of something they don't keep up, and I wish they did. There's a lot of little stuff that they go about, and I wish they kept up. There's no closure either. There's very little closure in the game. Some would say that's good, and I say, yeah, it's okay, but there's closure, and then there's not closure. You kind of don't know what happens to everybody after they defeat Kafka. So, obviously this game is considered one of the best. I mean, graphically, look at it. It's really a beautiful game, really high-end compared to some of the previous ones. Music score is absolutely fantabulous, or whatever. One of the best music scores for the NES version. NES games. SNES, sorry. Like I said, the story is really good, but it teeters off at the end part where there really isn't much story. It's all just kind of side questy stuff. But it's a really, really good game. Not my favorite in the series. One of the big problems I have with it is the battle system is really uninspiring, to say. It's pretty linear, the battle system. But with the fact that everybody has different kind of abilities, that kind of makes up a bit. But the thing is, everyone can use magic, making the game... If you just have your characters learning all the magic, they become like unstoppable gods of destruction, and that could be a bit odd. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of this battle system, to be honest. It's a lot quicker. It's good in the beginning because you really have to test your skills because everybody has their own ways of fighting and you have to get used to it and you have to use their abilities to the fullest and everything. But then as soon as they start learning magic, it starts to get easier and you find yourself using less of the abilities. Like, ooh, that's really neat. Look how much I was using Saban's blitzes in the beginning and Edgar's tools in the beginning. And then I just kind of stopped and started spamming other stuff, like physical attacks, and look how much I spammed Ultima. Just, wow, a lot. So yeah, the battle system's not the greatest. If you pay close attention, you can make your characters fairly customizable, like I did. I really tried to put a lot of emphasis on what characters got what stats. Oh, there's the music playing. What's up, Dara? This always reminds me of the Legend of Zelda theme. I get this one mixed up too, like the ending to Link to the Past. Oh, there's a little baby. There are a few other like little things that I wish they also did. Maybe like they probably just didn't have the space for it. But back when your party had to split up, where one party went to Zozo to get Terra, and then the other party stayed in Nash to protect it from the Empire, and then there's parts where one party went to the Sealed Gate to talk to the Espers, while the other party stayed at, went to Phasma to talk to the Espers, while the other party stayed at, there's everybody building everything up. While the other party stayed at the Empire Victor. I wish they showed the other party side as well. That would have been nice to see what they go through, as well as it lets you build up the characters. Also, the last two characters, Stargo and Realm, you don't get to use them very much, which is a shame, because he has a lot of good lores that you can actually start building early. There's a sapling growing, but you get them too late in the world of, like, I don't use it much because by the time you're able to start building it up, it's already near the end of the game. Now, one of the interesting things is that this game inspired another game, Chrono Cross, for the number of characters. This game, I think, features the most characters in a Final Fantasy game. And they started doing that with Chrono Cross, where they had like 5 or 6 main characters, and then it went to 8, and then 16, and I think eventually it teetered out. Oh, she took her bandana off. Teetered out at like frickin' 32 characters in that game, and that got a bit much. Like, this game has more characters than it really super needs. But then again, basically all you're doing is if you just want a certain class. But like I said, by the end of the game, it doesn't matter, because either your characters are just doing physical attacks or spamming magic, so it kinda doesn't matter who you use in the end if you build them up right. Like I said, you can actually you're only required to finish the game with 3 characters. I've never actually tried to see what it would look like. I should one day. Maybe it'll look pretty interesting. There's Tara with her sexy green hair. Well, they're really dragging that part out. Wow, that was pretty cool too. The end. So that is it, my friend. It is the end, my friend. The end is here, and this is the end. But not the final end. Anyways. Do we get, like, stars and stuff? Are there any stars? Fancy stars? Yeah, that's one of the big things that really disappoints me in a lot of the... Final Fantasy 12 and 13 really dropped a lot of the stuff that you would expect. Like, Final Fantasy 13 doesn't even have the prelude or the crystal theme, which is a real shame. I mean, that's like part of it. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this game anyways. So this is Final Fantasy VI. Great game, excellent game. There is a lot to it that I feel was unnecessary or just made the game not that great. But to be honest, the game was a huge success, and it really like people who already played games and people who enjoyed RPGs, it made people enjoy RPGs even more. It brought out RPGs to America in a different light, as opposed to, like, you know, Knights and Dragons and stuff. So, I don't know what to say. It's a great game, though. Really neat how they went with a steampunk theme, though. That was a nice little touch. Since I hate always ending these, and I never know how to end these, I shall end these right now with just me sitting here. And we shall all listen to the fancy music as we go to the final frontier. Thank you all for watching this LP, Final Fantasy VI. Bye now.